Hey, what's up everybody? Eternal Fire here, and today we're going to be going over the Fury Warrior at level 110 in patch 7.0. Today we're going to be covering the stat priorities, the artifact weapon, the talent and builds you want to use, and then we're going to spend the most of our time on the single and AoE target rotation. With that said, let's get into the stat priorities. First, you want to get your haste up to 18%, and then you want to get your critical strike up to 30%, and then you want to take mastery and versatility next. So haste 18%, critical strike 30%, then mastery and versatility. Now we're going to take a quick look at our artifact weapon. First, you're going to get Odins Fury, then Thirst for Blood, Thirst for Battle, Unstoppable, Unrivaled Strength, Raging Berserker, Focus and Chaos, Wrath and Fury, which is going to take you to Odin's Champion. That's the first one you want to get to. And then once you get Odin's Champion, you're going to swing around to Death Dealer, Juggernaut, and then hit Sense Death. Once you get Juggernaut, you can move up from Unrivaled Strength to Battle Scars and finally to Rage of the Valahar. That's the order you want to get your best buffs there. You're going to go Odin's Champion to Juggernaut and then finally finish with Rage of the Valahar. And then as far as relics go, just go with the relic that has the highest item level. So we're going to take Endless Rage because it makes your auto attacks generate more rage for you, which is awesome. Then you're going to take Double Time Avatar, which is just a 20% damage increase for 20 seconds. War Paint reduces the damage that you take while enraged. Carnage reduces the cost of rampage by 15. Enrage, Raging Blow, you don't have to be enraged to use it anymore, and it increases the damage it deals by 150%, but it has a 4.5 second cooldown, which is well worth it. And then we're going to take Dragon Roar, which is for the, you get another damage cooldown in that. It's only 25 second cooldown, so you get to use it quite often. All the damage you deal it increases all the damage you deal by 20% for 6 seconds. So when you pop Avatar and Dragon Roar together, you're going to get 40% damage increase for 6 seconds anyway. And then, so let's take a look at Odin's Fury. Odin's Fury unleashes fiery power Odin bestowed the War Swords, dealing fire damage and an additional amount of fire damage over 4 seconds to all enemies within 14 yards. So this is going to be this is a huge DPS increase, especially for AoE. So how we're going to want to do this in a single target situation is I have Avatar, Dragon Roar, and Battlecry macro together, but I also use them separately after the initial opener. So what you're going to want to do is when you start the fight, you're going to want to charge in. You're going to want to pop Battlecry, Avatar, and Dragon Roar simultaneously. Once you do that, you're going to use Bloodthirst, because having Battlecry is going to make Bloodthirst guarantee you to enrage. And then you're going to use Odin's Fury and Raging Blow. From that point on, you're going to continue with your single target rotation. So what that looks like is going to be this. So you're going to charge in, pop your cooldowns, do Bloodthirst, pop Odin's Fury, use Raging Blow, and then you're going to proceed with your normal cooldown. And as you saw, I just peaked at 310k DPS. So it's a really nice opener. It's got a lot of burst to it. And then you're going to do your single target rotation from that point on, which is Bloodthirst. If it is a critical strike, enrages you. Rampage costs 70 rage, and it is guaranteed to enrage you. And then you're going to use Raging Blow whenever you can, especially within an enrage window. And what you want to do is focus on having as much enrage time up as possible. Again, with Rampage, 100% chance to enrage you, and Bloodthirst, if it crits, it'll put you into enrage. And then use Raging Blow as much as you can while enraged. And then Odin's Fury, it's on a 45-second cooldown, so what you really want to do is try and couple that with some small damage increases, i.e. you always want to use Odin's Fury while you're enraged. And then I like to use, pop Dragon Roar with my Odin's Fury as well, because that just gives you more damage to it. So it's, initial damage and damage over time. So I always use it, when Odin's Fury comes up, I always wait till I get a fresh enrage buff timer up, and then I pop Odin's Fury followed up with Raging Blow. So always try and use that ability with a small DPS cooldown. So that is the single target rotation, and you just want to keep your enrage up, use your Raging Blow, and then you're going to use your Furious Slash as a filler, basically. Furious Slash adds increased critical strike chance to Bloodthirst when you use it. But I find with this rotation from going, you charge in, you use your Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, you get, because Raging Blow and Bloodthirst generate rage, then you dump it on Rampage. I find that you really have enrage up quite a bit. So you just pretty much use Furious Slash as a filler, and especially if you're just waiting to get enraged, you use that to, help Bloodthirst along with getting a crit. So then what we're going to do for AoE target rotation is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to charge in. You can pop Battle Cry if you want to. You don't have to. It depends on the pull. But you're going to charge in. I'd like to pop Battle Cry. You're going to use Odins Fury, and then you can pop Dragon Roar and Whirlwind, which gives you the Meat Cleaver buff, which makes Bloodthirst and Rampage hit 4 additional targets for 50% the damage of the primary target you're hitting. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to charge in, you're going to use your Odins Fury, Battle Cry, Bloodthirst, Odins Fury while enraged, and then Dragon Roar, Whirlwind, and then you're going to use Whirlwind and then Bloodthirst, which uses your Meat Cleaver, then Whirlwind and Rampage. So when you get Rampage up, you're going to want to use Whirlwind, get your Meat Cleaver buff, and then use Rampage. And then, you're going to use Whirlwind, you Bloodthirst, Whirlwind, Bloodthirst, Whirlwind, Rampage when it becomes available again. And that's what you're going to want to focus on doing for your AoE rotation. Just remember to get enraged as soon as you can and use that Odin's Fury in your AoE rotation as soon as you can, because that's a huge damage increase. I was pulling trash mobs earlier just in the questing out in the world, and I popped all my cooldowns, got enraged, and used Odin's Fury, and I did over 600,000 DPS. So it was pretty crazy. So that's a single target rotation, and that's the AoE target rotation as well. If you guys have any comments, please leave a comment in the section below. Leave a like and subscribe. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you on the next one.